They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Open target here is Matthews. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. McCrary, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Second and 6. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McCrary. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On 3rd down, Rich, open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Rich buying time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. And he
goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Deron Payne in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now a handoff up the middle. McCrary, and this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They start the drive with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 15. Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down. Looking to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. They'll drop to throw. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Matthews. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, they go right back to Cook. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now, they try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Off play action. Rich. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In trouble, and he's taken down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.